Hello and welcome to Winchester's first video here, trying to put some videos on the computer so that parents and students alike can investigate some of the things that we're studying. So the first thing that we're going to talk about today anyway is going to be conjunctions, and of course there's three types of conjunctions. There are coordinating conjunctions, which are the kind of conjunctions that we're going to talk about today on this video. There are correlative conjunctions and subordinate conjunctions. And I think it's important to know that conjunctions in general are kind of like a chain link. It reminds me of a chain link. Their job is to connect things, to simply connect things. So let's talk about what it connects. The kind of conjunctions that we're going to talk about today only are coordinating conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions, the job of coordinating conjunctions is to connect in general. They can typically connect one of three things. First of all, they can connect words. They can connect phrases, or they can connect sentences. And oftentimes we come up with these acronyms to help remind us of all of the different, anything that we need to remember. For conjunctions, we've come up with the acronym FANBOYS, F-A-N-B-O-Y-S, and it stands for all 7 of the conjunctions. The first is for, and, the N is nor, the B is but, or, yet, and so. So if we can remember those, it should be really easy to identify them. The difference, I think, is that now that we're in middle school, we need to start talking about why these conjunctions are being used, why these coordinating conjunctions are being chosen to be used in a sentence, and figuring out the differences between sentences. So I think out of this lot, I've circled the word for. And the reason that for is circled is because it's our troublemaker. The word for can sometimes be used as a preposition, and sometimes it can be used as a conjunction. It's just an issue of trying to figure out how it's being used in the sentence. So it's very important when we talk to students about figuring out the job of a particular word that we try to figure out whether or not it's acting as a particular part of speech or another part of speech. Sometimes that's the case. So, for example, let me take you over here. In class, we've kind of talked about this issue, so here's a good example. The word is fish that we're kind of examining in these two sentences, and sometimes the word fish can be used as an adjective. Sometimes the word fish can be used as a noun. In our first sentence, it says, I cleaned the fish tank. In this case, the word fish is describing the tank, therefore it's being used as an adjective. However, in the second sentence, I love to eat fish, fish is being used as a noun. It's a noun in this sentence. The job of this word fish in the second sentence is that of a noun. So we have to be very careful when we look at some of these coordinating conjunctions, Here's some examples. The first sentence says, I ate sausage and eggs for breakfast. Is it acting as a preposition, or is it acting as a conjunction? A coordinating conjunction specifically. The second sentence, he is always crying, for he is very sad. So we have to figure out how is it being used. In the first sentence, it's being used as a preposition word because it has an object, breakfast. Therefore, it's being used as a preposition word. In the second sentence, the word for is being used as a coordinating conjunction. It is joining two sentences, and therefore it is used as a coordinating conjunction. So back to kind of the coordinating conjunctions, now that we've gotten over the complicated part, here's the easy version. Okay, we're going to talk about the 3 different ways that conjunctions act. Okay, what are their jobs? The first was that they can connect words. The second was they can connect phrases, and the last was to connect sentences. So let's look at some examples. Let's start with the first. Connecting words. Here's a sentence. Does Joe or Bob enjoy eating pizza and tacos? First thing that we need to do is we need to figure out what is our conjunction here. Okay, our conjunction in this particular sentence is the word or. The next question is, what is it connecting? It's obviously connecting words, so we need to figure out what words it's connecting. And in this case, we can underline Joe and Bob. Those two things are being connected with the coordinating conjunction or. If you continue down the sentence, you'll see that there's also another conjunction here in the sentence, and it is and. Well, then we have to ask ourselves, if it's connecting 2 words, which the paper tells you it is, what 2 words is it connecting? Does Joe or Bob enjoy eating pizza and tacos? In this case, the word and is connecting pizza and tacos. So we have coordinating conjunctions that are the purpose or the job of those coordinating conjunctions are to be connecting words. And sometimes those words that are being connected can be the subject of the sentence, and sometimes they can be the object of the sentence. It just depends on the sentence themselves. So let's look at another example. The next sentence says, soccer and baseball are my favorite sports. Obviously, and here is our coordinating conjunction. What two words are being connected here? The two words are soccer and baseball. So the easy version, I think, is the first. They connect words. The last example is sometimes it can be multiple words. It doesn't have to just be two. Joe, Bob, Randy, and Ann play soccer. So we can all easily find this coordinating conjunction. But then what is the series of words being connected here? The series of words are Joe, Bob, Randy, Ann. They all play soccer. And the word and is indeed connecting all of the above. However, in this case, we need to make sure that we place commas between the series of words that are being connected with this coordinating conjunction. Always place your commas between the words and always before the conjunction and. So before and is the word Randy, so you put a comma there, but never after the conjunction. You'll notice that there's no comma here before the word and. So moving right along, we're going to move on to the second job of coordinating conjunctions, and that is to connect phrases. So first is to connect words, second is to connect phrases, and then to connect sentences. So let's talk about connecting phrases. We're looking for phrases or parts of sentences here, okay? Bob broke his arm and smashed his thumb. He's done two things, not just simple one words or a series of words. He's done two phrases, two things. Bob broke his arm and he smashed his thumb. So here's our, here's our conjunction. Coordinating conjunction specifically. What are the two phrases being joined by our conjunction? That is, he did several things. He broke his arm and he smashed his thumb. So those are two phrases. Second example, brushing your teeth and combing your hair are things I do every morning. So we're looking for our conjunction here. And what is it connecting? Two phrases, brushing your teeth, combing your hair. Brushing your teeth, combing your hair. Not complete sentences, not simply words, but phrases in general. And then lastly, the third job of coordinating conjunctions is connecting sentences. We said the first was to connect words. The second job was to connect phrases. The third is to connect sentences. You'll notice there's a big comma here. It's very exciting. When you're connecting sentences, okay, you have to use that comma. Make sure that comma is in play there. So let's look at some examples. I had a cute puppy, but he ran away. So we can easily find our conjunction. Of course, it's but. We know that we have two sentences here because on the left side of our conjunction it says I had a cute puppy. That by itself includes a subject and a verb, at least, which makes it a complete sentence. On the other side of the conjunction it says he ran away. That's also a complete subject, the subject being he and the verb being ran. So as long as we have two complete sentences that include each, both the subjects and or verbs, they should be and, you should have at least one subject and at least one verb on both sides of the coordinating conjunction, then you need to make sure that you place a comma before that coordinating conjunction. Always, 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 always is how I tell my kids. If, in fact, an easy rule of thumb would be that if you find a coordinating conjunction joining two sentences, or if you find a coordinating conjunction that is followed by a subject, which in this case would be he, then you know that you probably have two sentences here and you'll need the comma before the conjunction. In this case, it's but. So our second sentence here, second sentence being joined here is they didn't want to be late, so they hurried. So we need to check and see, first of all, what is our coordinating conjunction? And our coordinating conjunction in this case is the word so. Next question is, well, is it connecting words, phrases, or sentences? Look on both sides of the coordinating conjunction and you'll see that you have two complete sentences. On each side you'll find at least a subject and at least one verb. They didn't want to be late has both a subject and a verb. And the second part after the word so says they hurried. So we have a subject, they, and we have a verb, hurried. So we have two complete sentences being joined by a coordinating conjunction. So we need to make sure that we always, always, always place that comma before the coordinating conjunction. So I think in 6th grade anyway, as we move on to discuss these conjunctions, and specifically coordinating conjunctions, this is probably about as far as we're going to get, although it can be more complicated. If you have any questions, please send me an email Students, of course, come ask me. I call you up every day, give you an option to talk to me individually. Come see me, let me know, and hopefully this has shed some light on any confusions that you may have. Have a great day.